Hello and welcome to ResolveSH Matter 1004, Take 3, the David D.J. Johnson and MOSOC story. My name is Robert Velasco and I'm the story owner of this matter. The respondents are David D.J. Johnson, Julie Carter, Director of Missouri's Workforce Development Program, Commissioner Bennett Boggs, and General Counsel Megan Lukey, both from the Missouri Department of Higher Education and Workforce Development. Before I continue, let me clarify something. The previous versions were considered part 1 and part 2, like the next chapter in a story. That's not the case. It's the same story, and this is take 3, meaning the state of Missouri took opposition with some of the content stated in take 1 and take 2. So this is take 3, and I'm prepared to tell the story. Here are some other data points from the first 4 days of launching the platform. There have been 487 YouTube views. That's incredible. A number of students from the Missouri training program have reached out. One called and asked to pray with me and for me. One told their parent, and that parent reached out to me directly. We've also tagged TV stations from Kansas City, St. Louis, and Columbia, Jefferson City area. The bottom line is the platform is stimulating action and communication. Again, my story is my story before mediation, and it remains my story after mediation. Now, the platform itself has also been shared with the Missouri Governor's Office, the Missouri Public Service Commission, the Boone County Commission, the Columbia Public Schools, and others who have already been identified to State Council as individuals I may call as witnesses or depose during discovery and or trial. I'm going to add the Boone County Fire Department. So, perhaps the most important thing I want to highlight here is that to this day, I still don't know why Missouri terminated my workforce training contract and approved post-secondary school status. No one from the state of Missouri has ever told me what I supposedly did. Not one person has identified a contractual violation. Not one person has identified a policy violation. Yet my contract was terminated less than 1 business day after successfully graduating the second cohort of MOSOC students, where 10 students started, 10 successfully completed. The average passing score on a 49-question final exam was over 90%. It's an 8-week program. The final exam was administered on Wednesday of week 6, unexpectedly. The students also were required to author either a business plan for a small company they wanted to start or a U.S. provisional patent. And then the contract was terminated. Again, my relationship with David D.J. Johnson, and the only reason I'm in Columbia, is because our relationship is personal. We were college roommates. Every time I went to Missouri, almost every time I traveled to Missouri, Columbia, Missouri, from December 2024 to August 2025, I stayed at DJ's home with DJ and his wife. I stayed in their basement bedroom. I used their personal car as a mode of transportation. I broke bread with he and his wife for dinner almost every night. And if DJ wasn't home, he was doing something else, his wife and I broke bread together. Everything about this matter was and is personal. DJ demanded 50% of all my company money earned in Missouri for workforce training under the table, and demanded that he remain employed at the state in his state position with the state of Missouri. He demanded 25% of all monies nationally under the table, while he still wanted to maintain employment with the state of Missouri. I declined. I have 5 granddaughters. I'm not having an orange jumpsuit conversation with my granddaughters because I'm sliding money under the table to my college roommate. So I'm going to go through the ResolveSH timeline for those that haven't seen take 1 and take 2. November 2024, DJ's in Phoenix for a workforce conference. I live in the Phoenix metro area. He reaches out, wants to know what I've been up to. I tell him, well, you're doing workforce now? I didn't know that. I didn't know you had that background. But I said, we have I've been asked by Facebook executives and executives from Allied Universal Security to create a training program for at-risk youth that emphasizes physical security technologies, surveillance cameras, motion detection sensors, gunshot detection sensors, drones and robots, all with the mission of protecting our country from bad actors, all with the mission of protecting the U.S. power grid from terrorists. I present that idea and concept to David Johnson and Julie Carter over dinner, November 19th, 2024. Right away, almost a month later, December 18th, 2024, I'm in Jefferson City. I'm presenting the concept to state leaders from across Missouri. It's the governor's office representatives, directors of policy, Missouri Department of Corrections, Public Service Commission representatives, and we execute our MOSOC agreement February 13th of 2025. The first cohort of students start April 7th. By the way, 9 of 10 students graduate that first cohort. Same statistics. April 11th, 2025, Missouri acknowledges and approves my school as trade school. It's a post-secondary trade school. ETPL, I'm approved. Here's where it gets funky. May 1st, 2025, DJ invites me to dinner. I think we're going to watch some basketball games. Walk-Ons is the location for dinner, and it's the first time he brings up what he refers to as the business plan. Here's what that means. He wants 50% of all the training dollars awarded for Missouri. He wants me to give it to him under the table. He demands that I send him that in a text message that evening before I go to bed. I send it to him, and I include, not until you retire. He doesn't like that clause. May 15th, 2025, DJ again demands payment. He wants it now while he maintains employment with the state. I decline. I'm not doing it. I walk away. May 21st, 2025, DJ again demands payment now, even while he maintains employment. And he invites me to dinner. Here it comes, June 17th, 2025. I record the 49-minute meeting. DJ explicitly demands, again, 50% of all monies in Missouri. He demands 25% of all national revenue. And he says in the recording, Julie Carter is on board with the plan. That's a recording. I don't get to change that. I have no option but to report it to the U.S. Department of Labor and the Office of Inspector General's office because part of that funding was coming from them. I reported on July 9th, 2025, and I also send a communication out of courtesy to Dr. Boggs, the head of Department of Education, Higher Education, and Workforce Development for Missouri. It's not because I had to, it's because he took the time to be the keynote speaker at the graduation from cohort number 1. I simply wanted to respectfully thank him, acknowledge that he came, and make him aware of the situation so he wasn't surprised. July 10th, Dr. Boggs acknowledges receipt, says it's a serious matter, and includes copies, General Counsel and Respondent Megan Lukey. August 8th, look at that timeline, how close that is. August 8th, 2025, MOSOC Cohort 2 successfully completes 10 of 10 students. Again, 90+% is the average score on the 49 question final exam, and we administer it week 6.5. They're expecting it the last day of week 8. These students are also required to author business plans and U.S. provisional patents. That's Friday, August 8th. Sunday, August 10th, not even one business day after successfully graduating 10 of 10 students, the state of Missouri cancels my contract. That's the timeline, folks. Because of that, I file a state and federal lawsuit against the individuals named. The state attorney general from Missouri decides they want to represent the defendants, and their first move is not to ask for the recording or any evidence or any factual components of my complaint. Their first move is to ask the judge to dismiss the matter and assert qualified immunity. I continue to believe the termination was retaliatory in nature and occurred after I reported the concerns to the Department of Labor. That act of reporting in our country is what's referred to as a protected act. It's like reporting sexual harassment or racial discrimination. Once that's reported, you're protected. You can't be retaliated against. So I have requested various documents from the state. I haven't received anything. My story remains the same. As I sit here today, I'm not asking anyone to agree with me. I'm asking for answers to questions, and I'm seeking resolution. Why was my contract terminated? Who made the decision? When was the decision made? What facts supported that decision? And why has that explanation never been given me? Those are fair questions. Those questions existed before mediation, and they exist after mediation. Period. Now, just this morning, I again sent an email to council asking if they wanted to resolve. Their immediate response was, and I quote, "Mr. Velasco, at this time, the defendants decline your pending offer and do not have a counteroffer." Okay, they declined again. Well, what kind of response is that? I didn't make a settlement offer today. I asked if they'd like to resolve the matter today. I've repeatedly indicated to council before and after mediation, I simply want to resolve the matter. That's it. Here's who's suffering in this whole thing. It's not me. It's not the governor of Missouri. It's the young adults from at-risk populations, ages 17 to 24 in Missouri. Those are the ones that are suffering. So let me say a couple more things. And these are quotes that I just captured, and I want to go ahead and share them from MOSOC students who saw the platform and provided some response. And I've had to take that post down, but here's some of their responses. Rob, absolutely wonderful to hear from you for starters. I'm happy to finally hear the story and have some closure. Next student quote, I'm grateful to have been a part of the MOSOC program. It is a testament to the impact this program can have. Another student, I have nothing but respect for you, Rob. The program was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I was so bummed that I would not be able to come back as an assistant instructor for the next cohort 3. Next, thank you for the opportunity to be a part of the program and letting me be creative. Respondents, you're invited to provide corrections, clarification, documents, recordings, timelines, whatever else. Thank you for listening. My name is Robert Velasco. I'm the owner of ResolveSH Matters 1004 Take 3. Truth requires transparency and ownership.